Please welcome Tulsa's very own, the very funny, John Fannell.
I had a job up in South Dakota, and have you been through South Dakota, anybody? They have these really polite seatbelt signs. It's so weird. I'm driving through it, and the seatbelt sign, because they want you to come back, right? It's like, just a reminder, please be careful. You know, we don't want you to be in an accident. Just a reminder, put on your seatbelt. You know, I knew I was back in Oklahoma. I'm crossing the border. Our sign, buckle up, it's the law. We don't care if you come back. We'll shoot you. I'm like, I'm back home. Woo, all right. Got in trouble a couple of weeks ago. I'm at home. And my wife and I were watching this old biker movie, you know, this Hell's Angel movie. It's about 20 years old, right? So this Hell's Angel, he rides up to a gas station, right? And this lady at the gas station, I shouldn't say lady, this woman at the gas station, she grabs her shirt and just flashes the guy. And I'm like, whoa. And my wife was like, what are you looking at? And I said, gas is $1 a gallon. That's amazing. She's like, well, what do you think about that woman? I think I want to buy some of her gas. Been traveling around. I finally did something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to do this. I got to go to Graceland. I was working in Memphis. Got to go to the home of Elvis Presley. Graceland, woo! Graceland, woo! Is that the ugliest house you've ever seen? Shag carpet on the ceiling. Yeah, shag carpet on the walls. They got security guards with guns, you know, in case somebody's going to try to break in and redecorate. It's like, freeze, drop the carpet samples. They introduce his clothes. You know, they got the clothes. They're like, these clothes will never be worn again. You're like, well, thank God for little favors. And it's expensive. It's expensive. A family of 4 to go into Graceland. Guess how much do you think it was to go in 4 people? Gold tour is $100. For the basic tour, it was $80 to go in a house. $80 to go in a house. For $80, I want to go in the bathroom, look down, see a chalk outline. For $80, I'm laying down. Honey, take my picture. I'm Elvis. Come on, kids, get in the picture. Honey, put some pills on the floor right there. Hey, look, a shag toilet seat. Look at that. I know if I did that, somebody would be walking by. They're like, see, I told you it was still here. It's good to be back. You know, my neighbor's nuts, though. My neighbor, does any, you know, I'd like to make an announcement. Christmas lights are not a competition, okay? You don't have to put lights on everything you own on your whole entire property there, you know? And it makes my wife nervous. She's like, put up the Noel sign. Put up our Noel sign. You know, I go out there, it's dark, it's cold. I got this huge sign, you know. It takes me like 5 hours to get it up. I get it up, I plug it in, it's backwards, said Leon. And my neighbor comes over, he's like, who's Leon? I'm like, well, he's one of the wise men. You know, he's the one with the myrrh, if you'd read the scripture. Wise man. He has got this gigantic wise man. So what? I went outside, I thought it was Osama bin Laden. I'm like, kids, call 911, I found him. I tried to buy a big wise man. You can't buy a big wise man. They're like $75. I go in the store, they're like $75. I'm like, $75? Jesus! They go, no, he's on the next dial. He's $100. And he's got those fancy deer covered in lights, you know, those fancy smancy deer, you know. I can't afford that. I got my dog out there with a strand of lights on him, like, stay. Stay there, boy. We had a big anniversary. We had our big anniversary. I did something special, you know. I'm thinking, okay, I'll make this big flashcard for my wife, right? So I make this big flashcard, O-O-W. Ow! You know, I can hold it up for her. Ow! You're hot, honey. Ow! You know? So she comes out in her negligee. I'm like, oh, I'll grab the card. I grab it, I pull it out. It's upside down, said moo. Like, happy anniversary. I reach for the backup card, O-O-H. I pull it out, it's backwards, said ho. She charged me $50. I paid her. Well, I got it out of her purse, but... And then like an idiot, you know what I did? This is so stupid. I accidentally turned the TV on when we were getting romantic, you know. Did you ever do that? You know, I'm kissing her and my elbow, I guess it hit like the remote, and I'm kissing my wife and suddenly it's on the Discovery Channel. I'm kissing her on the back of the neck. I hear this. I'm like, wow, she never made that sound before. Gee, I'm a stud, okay, you know. But I'm tired of getting in trouble. I'm tired of getting in trouble for everything, for stupid things, you know. I mean, I like being married and all, but I get in trouble for my toenails. Do you ever do? That's like my big toenail, it's too long, it jabs my wife in the night, you know. I woke up one night, I looked down, there's a condom on my toe. I'm like, honey, this is why we keep having kids. I mean, you can put one on every toe, it doesn't make a difference, you know. Oh, look, it fits too, that's depressing. I always had a lousy car when I was dating. You can't date with a lousy car. Oh, it's hard. I mean, you know, I'd be in my car with my date, and she's like, can I listen to the radio? Can I listen to the radio? And I'm like, sure, you know, and I pull up to another car. I'm like, hey, can you turn up your radio? And I'm at a stoplight, and this guy heckles my car. He's like, you sure got a lousy car. And this lady's like, say something back to him. Don't take that. Say something back to him. Say something back to him. I'm like, can she ride with you?